Hello everyone and welcome back to SkyFlourish Plays Fallout New Vegas Part 9, sorry. Make sure it is Part 9. Because I think it is, I just want to make sure. Yep, cool. So, in today's stream, we're going to do what I said we wanted to do last stream and head up New Vegas and have a look at that area. The reason we didn't last time was because I also have this mission to do, yeah. And I also want to have a look at ED. But that's the goal, is to have a look at New Vegas at some point today. The first area log. Okay, so I need to wait for ED, I think, right? Yeah, we already had the playback of log 2. Okay, alright, so we're gonna have a look at this bottle factory. Because that'll be cool. Because that'll be cool. And then we can have a look at New Vegas. Dum. I keep forgetting about running. Motherfucker. Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters. Pleased to meet you.
New in town, partner? Well, let old Festus give you the lay of the land. If you're here to redeem your sunset sarsaparilla stars, dump them into the slot in the barrel below and I'll count them up. If you don't know what sunset sarsaparilla stars are and think old Festus is just shooting his mouth off, say star info. If you're here to challenge old Festus to a game of lucky horseshoes, say I feel lucky. Lastly, if you're here about the health advisory that aired on Channel 6 recently, say silly old advisory.
Star info.
Oh, new to the hunt, are you? Well, listen carefully, as old Festus don't like to repeat himself. Select sunset sarsaparilla bottles will have special caps with blue stars on. These caps are known as sunset sarsaparilla stars. Why are these stars there, and what do they mean? Nobody knows, except maybe old Festus. Rustle up enough of them and you can win a prize. So get out there and start drinking sunset sarsaparilla. Howdy, partner. Well,
Okay, so I was already correcting him because that other guy was telling me about him. I just want to see if he had any more information. Actually, I do want to hear about that health advisory.
howdy, partner. If you... I'm sorry. While sunset sarsaparilla is perfectly safe, a recent independent study, whose validity is currently being challenged, revealed the following. Excessive ingestion of sarsaparilla can lead to deleterious effects, including, but not limited to, kidney damage, nausea, digital numbness, anxiety, loss of visual acuity, dizziness, occasional nosebleeds, joint inflammation, tooth decay, sore throat, bronchitis, organ rupture, and halitosis. Note that you'd have to drink a heap of sunset sarsaparilla to match the quantities used in the study. How much, you ask? A lot. A whole hell of a lot. In fact, you'd have to get full as a tick on sunset sarsaparilla to even come close. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, partner, and keep drinking sunset sarsaparilla.
Okay.
target detected.
There's also, I watched a lot of, H1 Guy, Blur, that's what it was. I watched a lot of H1 Guy this weekend, which I did also forget to talk about, which we'll do that in a sec. But, and I watched, this video on Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Well, he does spoil a little bit, not a lot. I'll probably forget the most important details later. I didn't really want to play this game, and there's apparently like a weapon that I missed in Vault 22, so I might go back and look for it. That's cool. Hey Mira, how are you? Apologies for the delay in saying hello. Fortified. Countries. Companies. CRMA, PMA. We know it's not S. OIE. Is that what I'm looking for? The OMI and the E. It's not the C. It has to be A, because that's the only thing that matches. Because convicted. Bandolier. Committee. Want to know something crazy after that? Yeah, shoot. Check mail. From Clark Withers, VP of Operations, subject water leak, body. Just letting you know, the guys that we've had reports of possible small water leak in the upstairs meeting room. The long-term effects of the water damage can be very, very expensive, so let's get that fixed before it gets any worse, shall we? One of the residents passed away today, and the family cleared out the room before the body was... Oh. That's messed up. Mail system. I wanted to personally congratulate you on the success of the new automated janitorial systems. In order, particular 135 has been proved very popular with the staff. I can't tell you about the complaints. Used to hear about stray bottle caps getting into the machinery. Oh, we should have me stop meeting turning the rest of your life. Stop. It's Tuesday. Okay. Activate worker. I turned on the machine. I did turn on the machine. Okay.
I see my services are required once more. It's about time.
Yeah, it's really messed up. I wouldn't know how to handle that. Probably yell at them. Ooh, fresh apple. Brahmin steak. Squirrel stew. Weapons. Time to disintegrate all the bodies of the robots. Sunrise sarsaparilla. I'll apologize up front if there are any mistakes in this message. I'm trying a new dictation headset. Margie, the boss man just ordered some kind of newfangled robot that's supposed to take care of some of our deliveries. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but you should hear about it soon. I'll write again when I know more. Don't pass this along. You've got trouble. That harsh experiment Robo told about the other day, the damn thing is single-mindedly ruining all of our distribution in the Vegas area now. Your boys aren't on the temporary leave. It's permanent. Damn, the president wants to see me in his office. I'll finish this later. Interesting. His ass got fired. To the Mojave. Finish exploring this floor before going to the next.
Oh my.
will drink myself a sunset sarsaparilla.
Unlawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised to clear the area.
Why did you attack that guy? He was just being chillin'. I've got so many health potions now. And we do some hacking. And I read a bleep bloop on my phone. Dust. So dust had one letter. Okay, so S is in the word. It doesn't have to be in the same spot. There is no T. There is no A, and there is no. No, there might be an A or a P. If we go days, we can conclude that it's A and it would have been mass. Yeah, you're right. Pace has got 2 out of 4. Post has also got 2 out of 4. So it definitely has P in there. It's past this time. So the rumors of some sort of contest to getting quickly growing out of control. We're getting flooded with calls, messages asking if it's true. We're redeeming bottle caps for prizes. Do I make an official statement denouncing this rumor? I hope you know you've been impressed thus far with your recent purchase. Your company has been and continues to be a valid customer. Contact me if you get any questions. Stanley, are you out of your mind? Have you seen the latest sales figures? They're up 300% since the rumor started. You're asking me if I want to make you stop? Please stop by my office so we can talk further, discuss the issue. It is how we can turn this whole contest situation to a event. I'm urged you to work with this advertising guys. It's a very special project. A meeting requests. Okay. How do you feel about Cowboys? I can't be happy with the performance of the new model. If it is currently performance is any measure, I'll promise to reinvent my company's entire distribution network. I'd like to attentively discuss purchasing a few more. Housing gives fits more available. Okay.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. Oh, wait, where are my manners? This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech. Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can examine it? I'll have the robot mark the location on your map.
Alright then. That was what I was waiting for. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been waiting for. Oh, why did I do that?
Fine by me.
it's the Mojave again. Loud. Yeah, now that we're in the game, how's everyone's weekend? Mine was fine. I played some nice D&D, lots of Skyrim. You worked the weekend? Wait, is chat not showing up on my stream? Oh. There we go. Okay. I can see chat now. I mean, I could before, but now I can see it on screen. It was Mom's birthday, so we had some cake. Didn't really do much. There's a couple places to go, but I think I need a key for it. Excuse me. If we go down here, This door opens, requires a key. Alright. Okay. Give me 1 second. Alright, that's a bit better. Pressing matters. Sunset. Oh, okay. So that's Star Bottle Caps based. Okay. We can finish the quest. I just skipped past the area. That door is, yeah, we need to donate 50 keys, 50 bottle caps to get the key. But that's done.
Welcome back. Good.
I hear a troublesome Legion camp got raised.
Just raise some butter up.
To the ground.
EDE. My beloved.
Been writing ass.
How may I serve you, master? Hello. Please remember visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please show your badge or make your way out of the building.
I will wait the 2 hours required. I will save. I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a beverage and I will continue in a bit. I'm back. That's why I'm the GOAT. The GOAT. Well, I already, yeah. Those of you in the main building may be curious about the men doing all the work in your office and hallways. They are installing some enhanced security measures. These measures are in place for your safety as well as the safety and privacy of your Rapcon family. Along with the hardware and software security changes, each of you will receive a personnel packet with an identification badge. It's very important that you wear your badge at all times. Again, this is for everyone's protection. On everyone else who will take a long weekend as soon as you can receive your personal packet. Peers. My name is Carl Rook, as you sure can tell. I'm your new vice president. Until recently, I was a Robocore working in their security division, but now that your family and my family want to big family, thought it would be nice if they sent older sibling over. Now I'm going to do as much as I can not to interfere with your daily operations here. My principal concern is going to be security. Heard that you all been adapting well to some new security procedures. Well, we've got some new kids to join your little family here. You see some friendly androids patrolling around the main building. As long as everyone remembers to wear the badges at all times and make sure they are properly registered with the security, friendly androids stay out of your way. So as long as you keep all on. For executives only, need assistance from me or peers. Free give us a buzz on the phone. Okay. So the robots shouldn't annoy me.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Fine by me.
How may I serve you, master?
Eh.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Now we can go upstairs. Alright. Now my game will crash. We're going upstairs. Love games. Love video games. What is happening with this? Give it a couple more minutes and then I'll restart it again if this is how it's gonna be. Yeah, I know it's not responding, computer. It's been frozen for 5 minutes. I'm just trying to go upstairs.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Fine by me.
How may I serve you, master?
Very carefully.
Of course, of course. Don't let me keep you. How may I serve you, master?
Alright, now we go up. Okay. Carl, I've made some progress decrypting the packets. From what I can tell, someone is sending progress messages to a secure offsite server somewhere. Where I'd venture a guess, I would say that the messages are going through to Poseidon, but I don't have enough proof to make a serious claim. Sarah. Mr. Rook, for the last couple of weeks I've seen a higher than usual rate of encrypted messages leaving the facility here. These messages use an unusual encryption protocol that I haven't seen before. Fairly certain this isn't DoD approved method. I fear that these messages may be a sign of someone sending insider information. Mrs. Wang, please continue your investigation of the messages and keep me appraised of any progress you make. In the meantime, please keep this information private. We'll make sure the appropriate parties are informed, and please call me Carl. Hello. I need someone to come over as soon as possible and clear the old Vice President's data off this terminal, as well as reformat it for my own personal information. Thank you. Carl Rook.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Oh yeah, anyway, so I said I was watching a lot of H-Bomber Guy, and I watched his video on this game and on Fallout 3. And I have to agree with, like, some of the stuff that he was talking about, like, I'm enjoying a lot of the aspects, and this world seems very, it's like, it's been created well. You can tell, like, by the people who worked here that they thought about a lot of things, which apparently is it's very different from Fallout 3.
How may I serve you, master?
So P-Y or M are in the word. I managed to get a password to Isley's computer. I'll forward it to you with the release notice to Q35. Prototype is going to be stopping here on its way to the Department of Defense. We should be able to intercept it on the road. Project Quantum Plasma Module Matter Injection Rifle, version 32, failure. While V32 doesn't have the power yet of V31 or V30, we managed to increase the stabilization threshold by approximately 27.35%. This is promising, however, we still have yet to come up with a solution for the matter version issues. 33 was a failure, lab destroyed, notes lost. 34, failure. Interesting. I'm not sure where this data is from. It is a completely different direction from what I've been working on. We managed to cycle the matter inversion using a polarized quantum spin. I think that we should solve that issue with a compensation field. I have high hopes for the next weapon. 37, success. The data we received from Xuan did the trick. We managed to get a stable build model. I don't think this weapon is ready for mass production yet, but it should show that we have working mass prototype. Should be able to get these issues resolved in the latter build. Let's request to hear the improvements when compared to standard plasma rifle. Prototype materials not suitable for extended field use. An average Q35 was higher free fire rate, but the time between shots is more consistent. Increase in active bolt time charge. Plasma charge has been 30% accuracy field. To Julia Masters from Leonard Steeple. To show you about Robco's intentions to buy out our company. In the past, you and I have been like-minded when it comes to the moral and financial future of this company. When Poseidon showed interest, those Suzuki helped me rally the board in order to keep Repcon anonymous. I'd like your help again with Robco. Pierce claims that Robco is buying shares in the company to force a hostile takeover. If we won't sell willingly, I don't believe that they will be able to pull together enough shares without some approval of the board. I think that you and I will be able to sway enough votes to keep the company safe. I hope you stand with me for this, Leonard. I'd stand with you. Give me a few days and try to gather some support from my allies on the board. I've run some numbers and I'm pretty sure you're right. We can fight this, Jules. You're right. Lee sent me a message last night. I've made the call to the board. I think with the numbers we're looking at pocketing from the Robco deal, we'll have no trouble getting the board to vote no on confidence on him. Okay. Why did I do that?
Of course, of course. Don't let me keep you. Valid facial pattern detect.
Fine by me. Gonna be hard covering you when I can't move my legs. Gonna be hard covering you when I can't move my legs.
Hydrate. I guess I will.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Sorry, I'll just leave you.
Invalid response. Valid facial pattern detect.
Says that the patrol was found dead. I just want to see the body, you know. Oh, that's Lorenzo, no? There he is, okay. Alright.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Alright, I'm just gonna quickly go to the bathroom. But while I'm there, I'm just gonna see if I missed anything important while I'm here. And we can continue when I get back. Alright, I'm back. So, apparently, there was...
Hello? Please. How may I serve you, master?
Apparently, there was, something that can help us on the 3rd floor.
Valid facial pattern detected.
So we'll go back to the noises just for a little bit. Apparently there's like hidden doors that we can open as well, but I need a higher perception than what I've got. Which I think for my next perk, I'm gonna get the one that like levels up a skill. I might level up perception. I think that's what I want to
Valid facial
focus
pattern
on.
detected.
Because I assume they're going to have the weapon that I just found somewhere. If they were talking about it.
Goodbye, Rocketeer. Be sure to visit again. Oh, and please, for your own safety, stay outside of restricted areas.
Fine by me.
My name is April Mortimer. I monitored a communication earlier between you and someone with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Then I'm gonna leave that up. Oh. I have to live out someone being that old.
Personal space meaning anything to you guys?
Alright.
Hello? This gentleman and I were just settling on a price. I'm afraid you'll have to hire one of the others this time around.
Hello.
Oh, it's Arcade. I've heard about him.
Thank you for coming. Let's talk about that robot.
What are you gonna do with it? Why didn't you and the Brotherhood have it?
The Brotherhood is all about keeping technology to themselves and using what they find to protect themselves. They are isolationists and belligerent. I have no doubt that they plan to use the data for weapons research.
What are you gonna do with it?
First, I'm gonna pull off whatever log data I can. Then I'll use some of the tech around here to upgrade its weapons systems. Shouldn't be more than a few days' work.
First, I will ban this man, and then... Because I'm having a look, because I knew before that ED's upgrades are either going to be damage with these guys or armor with the Brotherhood. But, as I said, the Brotherhood covets technology and doesn't want to share it with anyone. And we know that these guys like to help everyone. So, I think we'll do it.
Thank you. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can with the upgraded weapon systems.
And she'll be back in Prim.
What's up? Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a researcher, not even a particularly good one.
What kind of research?
Oh, you know, finding alternative treatments for common illnesses and injuries, stim packs out of barrel cacti, and other fantastic improbabilities. As far as fruitless wastes of time go, it's quite noble in its aims.
What's the goal?
For the past 100 years or so, the followers have managed to get by using salvaged medical supplies from the old world. But the side effect of medical success is that more people live longer. Funny how that works. Eventually, we'll run out of hospitals to loot. We need new ways to produce those supplies, or maybe old ways if this research goes anywhere.
You don't sound enthusiastic about it.
I'm enthusiastic about helping people, but nihil novi sub sole.
Isn't that the language that the Caesar's Legion speaks?
Caesar can cite Cato to suit his purpose. Many people have spoken Latin. Some of them were quite pleasant. It's unfortunate that the language is now associated with the gentleman across the river.
Where did you learn it?
Not from the Legion, if that's what you're getting at. Books, sheet music, gladiator movie holotapes, bits and pieces here and there. The followers have extensive libraries, but we all draw water from the same old well. Even Caesar.
Do you know much about Caesar?
I don't know anything that the others couldn't tell you. Caesar was one of the followers. Before my time, of course.
Oh.
He wanted to rebuild the new world in the image of the old. A sad story of good intentions gone bad. In that regard, he's hardly unique. If you set aside his leadership capabilities, extensive knowledge, and ruthless cunning, he's just another jerk who steps on people to get his way.
He what?
Oh, sorry. There's nothing new under the sun. If agave and mesquite were that miraculous, the locals would have figured it out a few thousand years ago. Certainly.
Why do you research instead of providing medical assistance?
Not all followers are people persons. Besides, someone needs to do research. I have no problem with Julie sticking me back here. Out of sight, out of mind. There are worse things one can be, though I do admit it is a bit boring. Though it has a noble goal, I don't think this research will yield much fruit. No pun intended.
Why don't you come with me?
No offense intended, but why should I go anywhere with you?
Things are bad around here. I'd like to make a difference. I'd like you to help me.
That seems appropriately resolute and yet vague. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and go with you, but let me be clear about something. If you plan to help Caesar's Legion, this is going to be a brief relationship. I may not have all the answers for how to fix Freeside's problems, but Caesar taking control isn't part of the solution. Fair?
Fair enough.
As the old saying goes, two's company, but three's a small army. Okay, I'm paraphrasing a bit, but you get the idea. What's up?
What's your opinion on the current conversation?
It could be better. If we can find a way to work toward the independence of New Vegas, that would be ideal. But really, as long as you don't help out the Legion, anything's better than that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a Freeside junkie.
Arcade, I'm asking you because I'm interested. Don't put yourself down.
Oh, all right. I'm 30-ish. Well, late 30s. I was born west of here. I was an only child and spent most of my time with my mother. My father died when I was young and I never got over it. Oh, and I like medicine and reading books about failed pre-war socioeconomic policies. Right now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why hasn't some lucky man scooped this bachelor off his feet? Like I said, I'm boring.
Why don't you like talking about yourself?
Some people do. I just don't. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be friendly, but I'd just rather not discuss it.
Goodbye.
See you around.
I heard that he's got an interesting story later, so I might switch out Boone with him for a bit at some point.
Howdy.
So, who are you?
I've been around a while. Currently working for the followers as a gun for hire, but it's getting rather dull. Aside from protecting them from the occasional thug looking to intercept supply shipments, there isn't much to do around here. The one researcher I liked, who I could chat up about liquor, got transferred. And the rest of the docs are pretty uptight about my kind of fun.
What are you doing with the followers?
I joined up looking for a decent paying job. Granted, the pay's alright, but they won't let me kick back and slog a brew at the end of the day. They're worried the filthy drunkies in detox seeing me drink will cause an immediate relapse. I say their rehab effort here is just a revolving door.
They've seen a lot over the years.
I've been around long enough to observe the patterns of human behavior. Physical and mental anguish are especially exciting to explore.
That's a bit... a bit of a dumb Beatrix.
Hey, who doesn't enjoy a little pinch and squeal every once in a while? What do you have it?
Got any advice to share?
Time you enjoy wasting isn't wasted time.
I have some questions.
And I may have answers.
Tell me about Freeside.
What starts in misery tends to stay there. Freeside wasn't Freeside until 6 or 7 years ago. That's when Mr. House's robots rolled out of the Lucky 38 and started pushing everyone who wouldn't join him off the strip. Lots of folks died. Some scattered to the winds. The rest wound up in Freeside and seemed never to lose the habit of living like refugees.
What about the Kings?
What about them? Pretty much the sort of gang you'd find anywhere else, just with better clothes. The King himself, though, he's got that something special you can't put a finger on. Too bad he likes girls with skin.
What about the NCO?
I reckon they care about getting water and electricity from the dam, and that's where it ends. The locals here are just an inconvenience to them, something to step over or stomp down. They're here for the resources, plain and simple.
What's your opinion of Mr. House?
Before or after the human race shot itself in the foot? I've been around long enough to have both opinions, see. Before the war, Mr. House was a famous captain of industry. Robotics, to be specific. Seemed charming in interviews, until he became a recluse. Since the war, though, didn't make a peep for near 200 years. But when he came back strong and killed a lot of people.
What do you think of the followers of the apocalypse?
I don't know how they do it. They're like saints, those followers. If they didn't charge for their services, I'd think they was crazy. But nah, they're just naive. Warms their heart.
What do you know about the Van Graffs?
Couple of rad scorpions, those two. Gloria is the stable one, but she'd slit your throat if there's a profit in it. Or rather, she'd tell her brother to do it for her.
Why is Freddy Krueger?
John Baptiste is one of the sicker humans I've had the displeasure of observing.
How much do you know about Fallout War?
What did you want to... Bye.
Like, do I need to explain the concept of ghouls? And no, any information that I repeat back is not 100% because I don't know anything really. This is the first time I played this game, and I played a little bit of 3. As far as I know, ghouls are people that existed or were highly contaminated from when the bombs dropped. So like, I think they're basically immortal. Again, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong and this is on the VOD, or in the VOD, or if you're in chat and I'm saying wrong stuff, feel free to tell me correct things, because I do like to know. But I think they're basically immortal, and yeah, like there's been a whole bunch of like, I think 3 or 4, I think maybe in 2 a little bit, but I mean in Fallout 3 and this game, they started having ghouls as like relatable NPCs. Again, I could be wrong, but I think there's been I think there's a lot of prejudice against ghouls. But yeah, basically mutant people that have severe damage to their body because of nuclear radiation that are immortal. That's Cliff Notes, and that's like probably wrong Cliff Notes. Is there another? You're a named NPC? There was one named NPC. I don't think there's any named NPCs here, so I think I'll leave. I'm going to take another quick 5er, but it should be less than that. Just quick, get a new bottle of water, go to the bathroom if I need to, and then we'll explore Freeside and Vegas, I guess. I think that's what we're up to now. We won't get EDE back until thing, and if we continue following the main quest for a bit, we'll have access to a player housing, which will be nice. And then we can dump a bunch of our shit off on us and on our companions, and it'll be really good. So yeah, that's my goal. Hopefully we can make an effort into that today. I know that we spent 2 hours not in Vegas, but that's what happens when you follow side quests. Alright, again, BRB real quick. I'm back. Just quickly get rid of these messages because I don't add anyone I don't know on Discord. I forgot it was Fifth Element Day. 5th of the 5th. Oh, I'm back. I forgot it was I forgot it was Fifth Element Day. I don't know where I lost
If it can be bought, it
audio.
can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
But yeah, Fifth Element Day after May the 4th. Pretty good. I prefer Fifth Element. The Kings.
Thank God the followers are here. I'd probably be dead now if it weren't for the doctors. It's never dull in Freeside, is it?
It's never dull in Freeside, is it?
Nope. I'm gonna do main quest for a second. Because I do want to hit up and see what the Kings are all about. But I will do that later. For now, like, I will do that until it becomes my problem to do that. Turned him into goo. I've turned him into goo. Oh. Thanks, Burn.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
Credit check? What's that for?
Admission to the strip requires an official passport or proof that you are carrying the required minimum balance. These policies prevent less reputable persons from entering and ensure a good time will be had by all who enter the strip.
Goodbye.
Please return.
Where's Science?
Submit to a credit check or present. Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
Yeah, he's in the tops, I think.
Howdy, partner. You come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas.
What are you doing here?
Consider me your personal welcome wagon. Now hear this. The head honcho of New Vegas, Mr. House, is itching to make your acquaintance. Just head for the Lucky 38. It's the big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner.
Alright, I'll go there straight off.
Yeehaw, partner. That's the spirit. He'll be waiting for you.
That's it. Keep moving.
One of those last 5 shots were a bad idea.
Going to have words with your commanding officer after this.
Why do they call it a monorail? It's a train. Train.
Have half a mind to throw you all in a cell and let you sweat it off.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Okay. Thank you, Victor.
I see you brought a friend. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside.
No problem. I'll head up by myself.
Come back soon now.
Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
Do we go gambling? This place seems hecka empty.
Where to, partner?
Penthouse.
Penthouse floor.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
I haven't seen anything about this place.
Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the Strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet, more than an echo. I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? The years haven't been kind to her, but still she manages to impress.
Why the VIP treatment? I'm just a curio.
Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it.
Let's get down to business then.
The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
What do you propose?
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
I have a few questions for her to say.
What did you wish to know?
Tell me your times again.
As I said before. Well enough. What?
Tell me about Benny.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened.
What would you have? What use would you have for a protege?
To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along. A more than suitable replacement.
Why did Benny betray you?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
Why don't you intervene sooner when Benny ambushed me?
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Good Springs is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed.
Let's talk about something else. How do I get to Benny?
It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops.
Chairman are your employees, and they take orders?
It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him.
Why can't you be the one that tells Swank?
By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the Tops, Benny will know I'm on to him.
So you want a diplomatic
approach? If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private.
Any other ideas how I can catch him off guard?
Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very difficult, but not impossible. There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock on his front door.
Let's talk about something else.
What else?
What else is the platinum chip?
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way.
The more I know about the chip, the easier I can find it.
You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort.
If the chip's are available, why use a single courier to transport it?
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the ship, I might as well have been announcing to the world, this is important, attack this. I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Why don't you send the robots into the Tops to arrest Benny?
Frontal assaults on casinos? Not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it.
I have a right to know more.
That's simply not true.
Oh.
I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to the chip. I designed it, and I paid for it dearly. To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars. Not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it. And when it was finally discovered, tens of thousands of caps spent to have it brought here. We know how that turned out. Complete your contract, and it will be the last time I pay for the chip. Save your questions for then.
Still by something else.
What else did you want to know?
Who exactly are you, Mr. House?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The three families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
How did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in.
You appear to be a computer, not a man.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon.
If you stay alive all
Let's
this time.
just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise.
Let's talk about something else.
What else did you want to know?
Tell me about the factions vying for New Vegas.
It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the platinum chip has been recovered. What else did you want to know?
Alright, goodbye.
Well enough. Be on your way.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Presidential suite. I'd like to dump some shit.
Where to, partner?
So now that I'm here, I'm gonna definitely fucking lose as much weight as I can. Let me just make sure. The presidential suite chests safe New Vegas. Cool. Just want to make sure, because you can lose shit if you're not careful. Now, I think, what is my perk? $160. So I need to be at 160.
Where to, partner?
And that's when I know this is a bit boring to watch, but I do want to quickly, like, just get all my shit out of here.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Okay.
I've got your back.
Where to, partner?
Mercy killing is expected of NCR. We get called on to... Maybe it's...
Anything about Manny Vargas? Weren't you also friends?
Yeah, we were. When Carla went missing, he was the he tried to hide it, but I could tell right away. He was glad. First NCR Recon. It's a sniper battalion. Sees a lot of action. They moved us around a lot. I was stationed at Camp Golf for a while. Last I heard, they're at Camp McCarran.
How'd you join for First Recon?
They pick you out if you do well at the firing range. Pays a little better, so I said okay.
Is that a First Recon beret?
Yeah, you could tell by the patch. Bear skull with crossed rifles behind it. Slogan underneath.
What's the slogan?
The last thing you never see. Pretty accurate. And so are we.
What's Camp Golf flag?
It was on the front line for a while. Only resort in New Vegas no one wanted to get sent to. Doesn't have that kind of importance anymore, though. They pulled most of the troops out of there after we took the Hoover Dam.
Still got something else.
All right. I don't see...
More effective will be.
I tracked her down. Southeast near the river. They were selling her. Saw it through my scope. Whole place swarming with legion. Hundreds of them. Bidding for things no man has a right to. I just had my rifle with me. Just me against all of them. So I took the shot. There was never any saving her. They'd have taken her where I couldn't follow. What I did, that was the only rescue. All this was only ever gonna play out one way. It still is. I don't have any say. All I can do is wait for it to be done with me.
You make it sound like your wife's death was inevitable.
It was gonna be something. If I'd never met Carla, it would have been something else. I should have never gotten close to her. I've got bad things coming to me. You better keep your distance too.
Why do you think you got bad things coming?
Because fair is fair.
You're not gonna tell me?
No. Sorry.
Were you better at First Range the First Recon?
I was in a lot of places with First Recon. We won.
Tell me about it.
Look.
You're saying my fair share of terrible things. You would not want to know?
No. People die out there. Besides, I was on break when it happened.
You haven't betting me anything?
No. Oh. Fine by me.
we've got a base. I think I'll continue playing for about 10-15. We'll go see what this NCR guy wants us to do, and then we can call it there for the day. We made the progress I wanted to make. We got a base, we got place. I've got fucking free inventory now. Oh. So I need south side of the Vegas Strip.
Hey there, friend. A bit of advice. You look like you could... My stock and trade? All kinds of easy-to-hide weapons.
Easy to hide weapons?
Things guards can't spot when they're patting you down or checking...
I can get past weapons, no problem.
You might. One fella I knew was able to slip a pistol past the guards. You? I'm guessing you could get a machine gun by them.
What need to have weapon on me?
Simple. You can't bring guns. Sure. They say you get it all back when you leave. Me? I don't like being without a little insurance when it's my caps on the table.
Let's see what you have.
Take a look.
Okay. Good to know.
Morning.
You still the strip? You are.
Please obey all weapon laws.
My buddies at Camp McCarran are breathing easy now that the Fiend's leader is dead.
See what this man has to say.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you?
I'm looking for the ambassador.
Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
I'm looking over the embassy.
The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker.
Tell me about yourself.
I don't have time to give my life story to everyone that passes through. Is there something I can actually help you with?
Alright, goodbye.
Sir?
My buddies at Camp McCarran are breathing easy. Now that...
So you're the one that went into the Lucky 38. I bet that was pretty creepy. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about Captain Pappas?
Now, she may be a bit of a hard ass, but she's the best damn captain we've had here. I'd be careful around her. You don't want to get on our bad side.
What's happening on the strip?
Us troopers mostly come to the strip for our R&R. We blow off some steam by gambling, drinking, partying, or fighting. If you're looking for a good time, I'd suggest hitting up Gamora. The girls there are pretty nice, if you know what I mean.
Tell me about yourself.
What have you heard? I know people think I'm a little on the wild side, but I'm just trying to have fun, you know? Just because I happen to get into fights and like to pull pranks doesn't mean anything.
What do you know about the ambassador?
He's a little stiff and stuffy. Doesn't leave the office that much. Always surrounds himself with papers and reports. I've always wanted to play a prank on him, but there's no way I could ever pull that off without getting in trouble from Captain Pappas.
A prank, you say?
Yeah, I got a few ideas that I'm working on. Maybe I'll let you in on it once I have something.
Goodbye.
Sir?
The Fiend's leader is dead. Help you?
Morning.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I hear you've been meeting with Mr. House in the Lucky 38. I bet you think you're pretty special, don't you? Special or not, stay out of trouble, and more importantly, stay out of my way.
What's happening in the strip?
Yeah, more the usual. We're keeping an eye on the troopers to make sure they don't do anything stupid. Yeah, the only stupid one we've had lately is Private Irwin. He's starting to cause more trouble than he's worth.
Well, can you tell me about the ambassador?
Crocker isn't too bad. He mostly stays in his office now. If you have any questions about the embassy, you should ask him. He'll talk your ear off.
I'd like to know more about you.
Not much to tell. Keeping the troopers in line and monitoring the strip keeps me busy. It's my job, and I'm gonna do it well. Now, if that's all, I've got work to do.
Okay.
Bye.
She said right?
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
I'm listening.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
Yeah, my attention. Go on.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munition stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
I'll find them and I'll talk to them.
Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us.
I want to talk to you about the boomers.
Thanks for doing this. Remember, we need their resources to help us in the upcoming battle. Do whatever it takes.
What's happening on the strip?
It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness. It's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore.
Tell me about yourself, Ambassador.
Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago back in the NCR as the local mayor and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship.
Interesting, go on.
I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know?
I'd like to know more about the NCR.
I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojave force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival. and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all.
Go on.
Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Dealing with the boomers, but they don't like me very much, so that might not go super well. That might have to be violence. But yeah, we've got some goals. We can do that. We can also get ready for Benny. Got a couple of the hotels to check out for quests as well. I think it'll be a good time. So I think I'll call it there. Alright. Thanks everyone. Hope you had a good time. You know I did. We're making the progress that I wanted to make. That's all I can ask for. Tomorrow is going to be some more Platinum Soul Link with Kay, hopefully, if everything works out well for us. And then after that, Thursday, we're still thinking of things. We've got a list laid out. We need to determine exactly what in the next couple of days, so hopefully that goes well. And then Friday is more Hero's Journey as we're going through the Temple of Time in Skyward Sword, so that'll be great. And then Saturday we'll be back for Echoes of the Forgotten. It's gonna be a good time. It's been quite a while since we played Echoes this year, and I do hope we can keep the ball rolling for that game as long as possible. So yeah, that'll be a fantastic time. But thank you all. I'm gonna send you over to someone who's playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And I will speak to you all later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.